So guys, good evening everyone. So titingin tayo ng live ng MS3 stage day 1.
Athena Shield. Athena Shield. He only has the Oracle, so Alien probably overestimating
Hindi tayo
his
umabot
own
sa
defensive
first game nila,
capabilities.
guys.
I would feel like it could
Hindi
be
tayo
better
umabot.
to just let go of the Malefic Roar and actually
So,
take the
game 2 na.
Athena Shield to make sure that he doesn't get one-shotted by the Kagura. But we also have to look at Upa TZ dealing damage with the Blade of Despair as well as Demon Hunter Sword. But right now,
Shout out
let's look at
sa'yo,
the
Christian
MVP. All the game, the MVP is going
Salamat,
to Upa
Lods. Salamat sa
TZ.
support.
Really
God bless you all.
pride, really giving
God bless.
meaning to the TZ name, making all TZs out there, including the Fel TZ, feel very good on the inside, especially that 7-1-12 match. KDA,
Si
he
Opat C.
won the game. Number one,
Ang
through
MVP.
winning the lane against Clint, and then later on just
7
making
kill,
sure that
1
he survived the team fight, only dying once throughout over 20 minutes of playtime.
I mean, it also helps when he has his entire team kind of backing him up in these situations. But you gotta admit, Upatizi, that early game where he is supposed to actually be losing against that Clint, he managed to break those odds.
And the throwback to the tanky Brody build did more than amazing. He so many times should have died in the face of that Lancelot from far away, but because of the way it was built, the way he played it, his MVP performance just clutched it for Red Cannon.
Speaking of the tanky build, usually we see the Brody with the brute force breastplate. I like that he actually changed it up for anti-Cuirass because everyone is going after him. And the people that are coming after him are
Salamat LG Lau sa
the
support.
helps out
God
building
bless.
assassins as well as fighters, whereas the brute force breastplate really helps out by getting chased. He figured no matter what, he's not gonna run away, so might as well just be very, very tanky. Right now, let's
Tama
look
na
at
yung
the highlights
chismisan
between
nyo, guys.
both teams and see
Play
how
na,
everything
game 2.
went. Now we start off the early game by giving a lot of pressure towards the Clint. But after a while, you can definitely see that Videl, they adjusted. They started playing around the open space, making sure that Paranoid can deal as much damage as he can. And again, we look at the mid lane fight. The mages really matter in this game, giving out a lot of damage to a lot of people and making it very, very quick. But the most important part of the game is definitely on the later stages where Red Cannons, obviously they're in a bad position. They have their turrets down, but look at this. They force out the fight, kill off the leader, focus on Paranoid. Once the mage is down, the rest is just easy pickings. Look at Upatizi going forward, getting those kills. This is how Red Cannons eventually win the fight. Farway tried to get a steal, but unfortunately it's just one of those situations where you can try as hard as you can, but Team Red Cannons, they're just prepared for it.
And because of this victory by Red Cannons, we have come to a 3-way tie. A quick clarification, we are going to
Tol,
look
John
at
Storm
these
TV,
three
salamat
teams'
tol sa
match
support.
duration, and the fastest one is going to be waiting in tonight's final matchup, alright? So that's going to be Series
Salamat,
8,
Lord.
game
Salamat,
number
John.
8. And here, real quick, we
Party
have
tayo
the
next, John,
fastest team of these three in the tiebreaker. That's Bedell winning at 16 and 28. Now, Malvinas Gaming and Red Cannons are going to be playing in a best of one to face off eventually against Bedell. And eventually, the ultimate winner of all these best of ones will be the one joining Blacklist in the upper bracket.
Yep, it is rough. This is going to be a really, really rough one because these teams have been playing for quite a while. They've been here
Lods,
all
live to live.
morning. So, I think luckily for
Hindi
Blacklist,
ko na
the
inabutan
only
yung
team
game
with
1 nila.
the
So, game 2
stamina
na
to
ito.
actually pull through. Let's see about everybody else. Can they push their limits?
Yep, so once more,
Inaabangan ko kasi itong live na ito,
clarifying tonight's
Lods.
schedule, it's Malvinas versus Red Cannons coming up. And then Bedell will be waiting later on in that final best of one to face off against the winner. And eventually, one of them is going to lock in for the upper bracket in the playoffs. How interesting things have come for us here at Group A.
This is the first day, and I gotta say, Badel is liking their situation, even though it is kind of bad that they have to fight again. But at least they have a lot more information coming in. They can see more drafts coming in from both Malvinas as well as Red Canids. But again, this is a situation where we have to remind ourselves, this is the World Championship. Everyone here are champions in their own right. They will not take defeat easily. They will keep fighting and fighting. Even though there's no elimination, we can definitely see
Salamat,
in all of these teams.
Ate Tres Lanera,
while you
kapagpunta.
can, because again, nobody's getting eliminated, and this valuable information is only gonna help the other teams and the other
Shout
groups keep
out,
a close
Mamshi
eye on
Lanera,
the competitors
vlog.
as they move on later into the tournament.
There's so much that Badel can pick up from this previous game. Their own mistakes, maybe some things that they can exploit from Red Canids, and of course, what they might see from the next best of one. Coming up next, it's a double back-to-back tiebreaker coming up shortly. We would like to thank those that make an entry possible once more. That's TikTok Live, presenting the World Championships for you. Of course, supported by the Singapore Tourism Board, and all of this powered by Moonton. On behalf of Lafel and Mirko, Gideon, Mirko's jumping in shortly. My name is Leo, at your service. M3 will be right back.
Sir Christian, bukas pa po yung premiere ko. Nag-live lang ako ngayon kasi inaabangan ko kasi itong game na ito.
I'm burning up now, taking higher levels. I'm in a bad spot, trouble to my knees. I need a taste, sipping on heaven. You got me waiting, waiting for you. We're chasing trophies, got me ready, don't you worry. I feel the power of the champion. You got me running for the glory. Good, too good to let this go. Burning up now, nothing's gonna stop me. I'm going faster, wanna break away. I love the way it feels. It's the adrenaline, we going all the way. Cause we never ever going down. You got me walking through the fire. We don't catch a slack when we were young. Never run from the fight, yeah, we come to the top. Never run from the fight, all the way to the top. Never run from the fight, just rise to the top. Now nothing's gonna stop me. I'm going faster, wanna break away. I love the way it feels. It's the adrenaline, we're going all the way. Cause we never ever going down. You got me walking.
Same lang tayo Los dyan.
We don't catch a slack when we were
Kasi championship talaga ito. World Championship.
to the top. Never run from the fight, all the way to the top. Never run from the fight, just rise to the top. Burning up now, nothing's gonna stop me. Oh baby, please, oh yeah. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. 'Cause we never ever going down. You got me walking through the fire. We don't catch a slack when we were young. Never run from the fight, yeah, we come to the top. Never run from the fight, all the way to the top. Never run from the fight, yeah, we rise to the top.
Shoutout sa iyo Ate JN. Thank you sa pagpunta. God bless. May multo akong katabi. Roger. Ganda ng skin ni Roger.
Starts now.
O ate Trish,
Light to my aim.
pang watch hour. Nandyan ka naman ate Trish na nagsusupport sa akin.
Legendary.
Salamat ate Trish.
Killing spree. You have slain an enemy.
Looking brighter now.
Legendary.
Be wary. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there.
Mega kill. Killing spree.
So ganda-ganda ng ano, skin ni Roger. Entry skin.
You have slain an enemy.
Oo nga eh, kaso mahal.
Don't mess with me.
Ally has legendary.
Medyo mahal yung Roger na yan. Loads dyan.
Eu nunca estarei satisfeito onde estou. Eu sempre me esforçarei para alcançar novas alturas.
May multo dito sa tabi ko. O saka na bibiliin loads pag ano, mura na.
Haverá falhas, mas nós
Pagkaya na.
acreditamos em nós mesmos. Aprimoraremos nossas habilidades.
Pag may time, Sir John, party tayo.
Trilharemos nosso caminho.
Você acha que consegue mais?
Nós sempre podemos mais.
Então se prepare para subir de nível.
Shut down.
Ayan, tabok hit. download it? Đó, liền cho, bạn bỏ. Bỏ chưa? Bỏ chưa?
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
Kita Indonesia sama-sama punya mimpi. Sama-sama punya semangat yang besar. Sama-sama siap menembus batasan.
Salamat Sir Agustin sa pagpunta.
Sama-sama
God
mematahkan rintangan.
bless. Salamat sa team support together. Oh, sige Sir John, laro
Sama-sama
tayo.
mau terus berjuang. Sama-sama satukan perbedaan. Sama-sama mau untuk maju. Sama-sama bisa untuk negeri kita. Bersama, berikan vote untuk atlet esports Mobile Legends Bangbang Indonesia.
Kejuaraan dunia.
Oh Lods, ayos ito sa pang watch hour kung
have set many of us back.
dahil sa inyo Lods, dahil sa supportan nyo, kaya medyo dadami yung watch hour natin. Salamat Lods.
For some of us, it will take a lot more to keep us down. To keep us from achieving our goals.
Oh, may premiere ako bukas Lods. 7:15 PM bukas. So may game ako, ng Mobile Legends.
To remind ourselves that there's always
Bukas.
a way, as long as you persevere.
Oh Lods, salamat.
We will
Never
never stop.
Kaya ko to. Ilang beses mo na sinabi ito sa sarili mo. Bingi sa pagdududa ng
Oh Lods, ikaw ata yung nag-thumbs up. May premiere ka ba ngayon?
laro lang yan.
Sir Christian, may premiere ka ba mamaya?
Sagot. Tinawid mo anumang ilog. Inakyat mo anumang bundok. Hanggang pati ang langit ay nais mong liparin. Para lamang mapatid at mahulog sa lupa. Sinabi mo pa rin sa sarili mo, kaya ko to. Hanggang kailan? Hanggang kailan ko kayang mag-isa? Hindi kailanman. Dahil ang dalawa ay mas malakas sa isa at ang tatlong lubid ay hindi mapipigtal basta-basta. 4, 5, kaakibat, karamay, kakampi. Walang bigat ang hindi kayang pasanin. Walang balakid ang hindi kayang lampasan. Walang taas ang hindi kayang akyatin. Patungo sa doktor. kasama ka.
We have always looked up to people who compete and bring our country glory. We believe that we too have what it takes to make our country proud. Through our hard work and dedication can we become Singapore's athletes and honor our nation. Welcome to the big leagues.
En iyisi olmak için birçok şeyin üstesinden gelmelisin. Bu sadece bir oyun. Hayattan istediğin bu mu? Ailene nasıl bakacaksın?
Kadınlar boks yapamaz. Kadınlar boks yapmamalı. Kadınlar güçlü değildir. Ben farklı düşünüyorum. Sınırlamalar ve engeller onları en az beklediğimiz anda ortaya çıkar.
Ancak bizim kaderimiz bu sınırlamaların üstesinden gelmek.
Sınırlarının seni zorlamasına izin verme.
me waiting, waiting for you. We're chasing trophies, got me ready, don't you worry. I feel the power, I'm the champion. You got me running for the glory. Good, too good to let this go. Burning up now, nothing's gonna stop me. I'm going faster, wanna break away. I love the way it feels. It's the adrenaline, we're going all the way. Cause we never ever going down. You got me walking through the fire. We don't catch a slack when we were young. Never run from the fight, yeah, we come to the top. Never run from the fight, all the way to the top. Never run from the fight, yeah, we rise to the top. Now nothing's gonna stop stop me. I'm going faster, wanna break away. I love the way it feels. It's the adrenaline, we going all the way. 'Cause we never ever going down. You got me walking through the fire. We don't catch a slide when we were young. Never run from the fight, yeah, we come to the top. Never run from the fight, all the way to the top. Never run from the fight, yeah, we rise to the top. Burning up now, nothing's gonna stop me. Oh baby, please, oh yeah. Cause we never ever going down. You got me walking through the fire. We don't catch a slide when we were young. Never run from the fight, yeah, we come to the top. Never run from the fight, all the way to the top. Never run from the fight, yeah, we rise to the top.
Bye.
The game starts now.
Mag-press naman sa ano yun, no? Sa may man. No. Ay, ano na? Live.
Light to my
Ay, ano
aim.
siya? Kami care. Pinakare
Legendary.
Yan ko yung mukha mo.
Killing spree.
Hindi ko to. Kaya makita yung mukha mo.
You have slain an enemy.
Dito ko.
Looking brighter now.
Legendary.
Beware. It's a dog.
Shout out sa one viewers natin,
Killing spree.
Francisco Loha. Thank you for support, Mother Earth. Sa lahat na nagsusuporta sa akin, God bless you all. Salamat sa pagsusupport.
sa ano? Sa Korea.
You have slain an enemy.
Bumay, doon sa ano, doon sa
Don't mess with me.
Ally has been slain. Legendary.
Oo, mo na siya. Yung sabihin lang kasama niya. na maganda. Ito or Insomnia.
Eu nunca estarei satisfeito onde estou. Eu sempre me esforçarei para alcançar novas alturas.
5 minutes left na lang. So, game 2 na, game 2.
Não é fácil. Haverá falhas, mas nós acreditamos em nós mesmos. Aprimoraremos nossas habilidades. Trilharemos nosso caminho.
Você acha que consegue mais?
Nós sempre podemos mais.
Então se prepare para subir de nível.
4 minutes left. Ganda pa lang ganyan, no? Yung ganyan sa editing mo yung ano?
Shut down!
Kagaya sa editing mo yung
Ha?
Kagaya ng sa
Ayan,
editing mo yung
tabukit, tabukit.
yung kanina yung may pangalan tapos makita yung video mo doon sa gallery. Kaya yung gawa ni may kay JR na ano?
I'm burning up now, taking higher levels. I'm in a bad spot, trouble to my knees. I need a taste, sipping on heaven. You got me waiting, waiting for you. When chasing trophies got me ready, don't you worry. I feel the power, I'm the champion. You got me running for the glory. Good to let this go. Burning up now, nothing's gonna stop me. I'm going faster, wanna break away. I love the way it feels. It's the adrenaline, we going all the way. 'Cause we never ever going down. You got me walking through the fire. We don't catch a slack when we were young. Never run from the fight, yeah, we run to the top. Never run from the fight, all the way to the top. Never run from the fight, yeah, we rise to the top. I'm on a rush now, winning, that's my focus. I need some ice, you gotta cool me down. I feel my nirvana coming closer. You got me waiting, waiting for you. We're chasing trophies, got me ready, don't you worry. I feel the power, I'm the champion. You got me running for the glory. Good to let this go. Burning up now, nothing's gonna stop me. I'm going faster, wanna break away. I love the way it feels. It's the adrenaline, we going all the way. 'Cause we never ever going down. You got me walking through the fire. We don't catch a slack when we were young. Never run from the fight, yeah, we run to the top.
1 minute left.
Never
So,
run
magsisimula na yung game nila.
way to the top.
So, abang-abang tayo, guys.
Run from the fight, yeah, we rise to the top. Burning up now, nothing's gonna stop me. I'm going faster, tearing down the walls. Burning up now, nothing's gonna stop me. Oh baby, please, oh yeah. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Oh, na, 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 na. I love the adrenaline. 'Cause we never ever going down. You got me walking through the
Kita yung dyan, guys. Kita yung kita.
fight, yeah, we run to the top. Never run from the fight, all the way to the top. I'm burning up now, drinking higher levels. I'm in a bad spot, trouble to my knees. I need a taste sipping on heaven. You got me waiting, waiting for you.
So 26 seconds.
We're chasing trophies, got me ready, don't you worry. I feel the power, I'm the champion. You got me running for the glory. Good to let this go. Burning up now, nothing's gonna stop me. I'm going faster, wanna break away. I love the way it feels. It's the adrenaline, we're going all the way.
Let's go.
Singapore.
Three teams, one more slot in the upper bracket. Who's going to make it through? We've got two more games tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the M3 World Championships. At your service, my name is Leo, joined here by Gideon and LaFell. We're bringing you this next tiebreaker matchup. It is going to be between Malvinas Gaming and Red Canids, with Bedell just waiting in the wings for that last matchup. Boys, how did we get here exactly?
Look, today, nobody would have expected it. Group A was a lot more competitive than what people would have imagined. It looks like all the outer regions have started to catch up, whether you're in the MPL or not. This is going to be the highest level of competition we are expecting if you are making it to the M stage.
Yeah, but right now, we really have to look at the game that we're gonna play right now, which is Red Cannons going up against Malvinas Gaming. Now, this is a repeat. They fought once today. Red Cannons lost to Malvinas Gaming. How? Because they were terrorized in the back line by Singh as well as Quinn. So the Yuzong as well as the Roger pick really messed them up. Now, this is their opportunity to reclaim the throne and try to go to the upper brackets.
There's only so few ways that this could have happened, but of course, it did. And none of this would be possible if not for our sponsors. Thank you so much for making M3 happen. It is all powered by Amuntan, supported by the Singapore Tourism Board, and of course, presented to you by TikTok Live. Again, what is it that we're talking about? It is the three-way tie. A 1-2 record for all three teams still left in Group A, because in case you haven't caught up yet, Blacklist is locked in. They just went through, just strolled throughout Group A here.
Yeah, and right now we're gonna look at the leaderboards, and let me just tell you guys, Gideon as well as Leo, I may have claimed that I'm not good.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I did not.
So where did the, you know what? I have a good idea where you got it from, but regardless, I think, yes, that is some huge odds here, and it's crazy that this was capable of happening. And BDL, they could have secured their spot had they just beaten the Red Cannons, but no. The Red Cannons, this is the best opportunity they are ever going to get into the upper brackets and prove that they are worth every second they've played on this stage.
I love the spotlight on Red Canids. They are the MPL Brazil champions and the Liga Latam champions leading up into M3. There was a lot on the line for them. We were expecting so much, but here they seem to be struggling. And I already mentioned this earlier, but the true test of a champion's medal is not the fact that they win all the time. It's how they rise from defeat. And this is such a storied event for Red Canids, led by Luna, their captain, and of course, the rest of their younger team members. They're going through a lot. Honestly, I could not expect this to have happened to them, but I guess they're just well equipped. And just the same as we are here at M3, we have so many folks to thank for making sure that we come in strong. Thank you so much to Razer, the official gaming gear of M3, Tumi, official
So,
travel
magsisimula
partner,
na guys
Secret Lab,
yung game
official
nila.
gaming chair, and our global social network partner, Facebook Gaming, making sure that the players and everyone involved in M3 are in tip-top shape for the entire day. Again, we had a spotlight on Bedell. They're waiting in the wings for that last matchup. They have a better chance at the upper bracket.
Absolutely.
And we already talked about Red Canids. How about Malvinas Gaming?
All right, Malvinas Gaming again. Originally, they won against Red Cannon, so they have, I would say, a better momentum, better mood coming in. However, they have to counter-expect that now, since Red Cannons have seen how they play with the Yuzong, how they play with the Roger, potentially it could be contested, banned, or any of the sorts. So they have to come up with plan B. They beat them once, they just got to beat them again.
Yeah, I think at this point in time, it's great to see that, you know, they've seen a lot of games happen as of today already. And now they're going to have to take that data and really start integrating it into their own playstyle or maybe into their draft. And I think for a lot of these teams, the drafting phase has been the most difficult part, especially when they're up against Blacklist, but amongst each other as well, giving themselves 55 odds to 45 odds, sometimes even 60.
I like how you put it, because in the draft, the battle begins almost immediately. That's exactly how you decide what you come into the game with. And no matter
So,
how
nandiyan na guys,
mechanically gifted you
magsisimula na
are or
sila.
how great your macro is, if you're just not equipped to face the problem, to solve it, then what more? That's why nobody broke a code today.
Yeah, nobody broke the code, but right now, honestly, I personally am very, very excited because based on this, a lot of stories can be told after this, right? This is just great. This is the first day of M3 World Championship, but let's reintroduce the Brazilian champions, Red Cannons, Frost, Akashi, Upatizi, Jumpstyle, as well as Luna. Luna has played various heroes today, but Upatizi, I feel like he really should be given the spotlight for now because his Brody performance, especially going up against Clint, is really good, as well as Frost. Being the mid laner, being able to identify who is the real problem and letting the problem die quickly is a good reason to give the spotlight on him.
Basically, Red Cannon's kill squad.
Yes.
That's what we're talking about. On the other end of the stage, we have Malvinas Gaming, Sing, Harley, Adrian, Quinn, Steffi. Gideon, what are your thoughts on the performance so far?
Honestly, the performance, other than the fact they've only made one huge mistake, and that was only against Bedell, it was clear to me that when they were up against Blacklist, they were going to try everything they possibly could. They had a good plan, could not execute the mid to late game, but for every other team out there, and especially when they were playing against the Red Cannons, we got a good showing from Sing, a great showing coming in from Adrian as well, really showing what they have, but putting them all together was Harley, making sure that they meshed and had a great transition from early to mid.
Excuse me. Yep, and given that there's a lot weighing down on Sing from the XP lane, I'm expecting Akashi to step up. We really did not talk much about Akashi from Red Cannons. So that being said, when your back is up against the wall like this, even the team members who kind of go under the radar have to step it up.
Yeah, right now, I just have to say, Red Cannons, this is a proper time, I think, for the saying, never underestimate a corded wolf. Because the more their backs are against the wall, the more they will fight back. And right now, I feel there is no other situation where they are more pressured. This is not elimination, but again, Brazilians, they are very passionate. They have a lot of pride. And this is one of those situations where winning is more than anything, even though it doesn't make it only is for the upper brackets, but just for that energy that they have. I feel like this is time where they really can prove that we are champions.
Yep, and from the back lines leading this championship squad is Coach Darkness. What could be going through the mind of one Coach Darkness?
I think this would be a perfect time to get revenge on Malvinas Gaming because, again, initially in their first bout, they're like, okay, yeah, this is going to be the battle for South America, kind of showing off what we've got. And because they dropped the ball, they're like, okay, performance anxiety is there. We finally got our first win. We can use that momentum against them. But Malvinas Gaming, I mean, these guys are smart. They've got a lot of things up their sleeves, and I hope that they have more in store for the Red Canids as well.
Yep, Coach Santiago, the man behind the scenes, the man with a plan. Honestly, it's this guy who's really impressed us prior to M3s, because I already mentioned this, but it begs to be said one more time. The drafting that Malvinas is able to bring out is multi-layered. It's not the kind of drafting you would expect from a team that comes from an outer region, a region that does not have its own MPL. So the amount of rep that they have and the prowess that they have in preparing their players for a good squad, a good lineup, it's definitely something to behold.
If I was the coach for Malvinas Gaming, it's going to be very, very easy. Do something that is proven to be fruitful. The way that they won is shut down Ubatizi. Do the same thing again. Give him a hero that is easily punishable, and then go from there. Because Quinn, even though he performed very well under Roger, we can definitely see that Zing was the one that really did all of the work just because he could shut down the Ubatizi. So if Ubatizi is out, if somehow Frost is out, don't give Frost the Eve again. They have a better potential to win this game. So don't change too much of the game plan. Just improvise. If Red Canids, they have an answer, just have a different answer.
Well, I mean, that's a very simplified way of putting it. I feel like even if I was in Red Canid shoes and looking at what Malvinas Gaming is going to be looking for, yeah, you're going to be looking to try and punish some of our players, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to open up the entirety of the map. The overall game plan, and I think the meta is defined by how much control you have over the tempo. It's not about hyper aggression or hyper late game no more. It's not about having to go in for those big team fights or having that one hero to change the game. It's about being able to kind of control when do you want to attack, when do you want to slow things down, when can you press the advantage.
Yep, you're talking about tempo, and the reason why these two teams are facing off is because they're the two slowest in Group A to get that victory, to get that W. And Red Canids, their victory was, what, just under 30 minutes?
Yep. It was 21-22 minutes, around there.
Huge. It's a longer ML game, right? But Malvinas, they're able to finish reasonably faster. So that means if we're talking about pacing, Malvinas still has the advantage.
Yeah, they still
So
do.
yun
But
na
the
guys,
question is, can they
start na po
execute
yung
upon
game
it? And I
niya.
think Red Canids, unfortunately, the entirety of today, it's a lot of just getting over those nerves. You can see that, you know, when they have clear advantages, clear ways where all it comes down is just press a couple of buttons at the right time, it would have made all the difference. The performance anxiety is getting to them, and now that they are at the end, really, really close and potentially going into the lower brackets, that should be more than enough pressure to get them and keep them in shape.
Oh, the draft has begun, and I wonder
so
why
bad.
LaFell is chuckling. What do you see exactly?
Ultimate respect. They're like, you know what?
Sa red,
They
si
want
Lina.
against Yuzong twice in a row. They don't want to go up against Yuzong three
Your
times
team is
in a row.
banning.
First Yuzong ban that I
Louis.
remember being the first ban, and I respect it. I really do.
Louis, yung iba naman.
And
MBG.
it looks like Red Canids, they're approaching this very, very carefully. They're looking back at tonight's matches, and they're saying, we are no longer going to make the same mistakes.
Well, more so than that, I think, you know, even though they don't want to make the same mistakes, I think they have a very clear idea of how they want to play the game. And I think, yes, there are moments where it's okay to actually let the Yuzong through to try to bait them into
Your
something
team
bigger.
is
And I think for the Red Canids, it's clear that
Si
they want to
Lina,
stick to the game plan that they've been
Yuzo,
practicing
Ayabusa
over
sa
and over again. Compared to Malvinas game,
Sa red
which you can see the
yung ban
adaptation
nila
here,
po,
instantly
guys.
you get rid of
So,
it, don't want to deal
sa
with it whatsoever.
si
Estes
Estes
has
at
been
saka
highly
si Louis.
contested amongst these
So,
teams in South America
ingat
and
na lang kung anong
arguably
mix nilang
in
iba.
Turkey as well.
Yep, and at M3, Estes just has infinite respect at M3 so far. Nobody wants to deal with the sustainability and just the in-your-face nature of this support utility hero. Last ban for Malvinas Gaming, we're waiting on that to see what's left open. Still, Matilda's out there.
Ling maybe.
I
Ling
think
is
Matilda.
Jawhead is out there. There's so many power picks left. Pakiro, don't get me started.
Matilda
yeah,
or
but I feel like
Paquito.
if so far we haven't seen Ling at all today.
Always on the way.
Sa
This is an
sa
opportunity where either of the
Matilda
teams
na.
can pick him up now. Matilda
So, ba
has
nila
to
yung
do that.
support na si
Jump
Matilda?
style early on, but I'm guessing first phase, but not first pick.
Not first pick, of course. Not first pick, definitely.
It could fall back into the go-to, just like Yishin shit. It's super safe. We don't really need to worry too much about it. And even if we have to deal with the lane, there's still plenty of ways for counterplay.
We also can't forget about Farsa. I don't think Farsa is first pickable, but looking at Malvinas Gaming, they have two picks option. If, I'm not so sure what Red is going to take, but I feel like Malvinas Gaming, they're just going to answer with a Glean or a Brody and then a Farsa.
Yeah. I'm not worthy of a first pick, first side. But yeah, definitely a combo pick. Farsa and something. Total value for Malvinas if they do that. But Red opening strong with a Ruby. Where's this going? What lane do you think this is going?
Well, I think at this point, it's just a flex pick. That's what you want to do as the blue side. You don't really want to show too many of your cards. You want to make sure that you have flexible picks that can go into multiple different roles, but have very important ultimates that kind of show your opponent, hey, I want to discourage you from playing something like Ling, because again, I'm offended, really annoying ability. You want to play an assassin, I'm going to lock you down.
Yep, and Ruby plays so well with all the mages currently available in the mid lane. Matilda's already taken out, but say the Farsa still comes through for Red. Farsa Ruby so good. Even a Lunox Ruby hurts.
I was about to say Lunox is also pretty good. Right now, Malvinas gaming, they're
Ruby,
picking up the
Pakito.
earlier
So yung
on,
first pick
and
ng Red is Ruby.
Aldous. Well, we did not
So sa
expect Aldous to
MVGS,
this
Pakito and
early,
Aldous.
But it kind of shows their hand in a way, because right now, Pakito technically can go jungle or EXP. Aldous as well can go jungle EXP.
Jungle hold.
Yeah, so Malvinas gaming, they're kind of showing their hand, but still playing a bit of a bluff game right now with red cannons.
It's super interesting because this poses a couple of problems. Now, yes, you already do have, like, yeah, you're playing Aldous in towards that Ruby. Is Ruby eventually going to get one shot? Sure. Is she going to buy a heck of a lot of time before she does that? Yes. So keep in mind that assassins might not necessarily be the way to go, especially those who take a while to get to that point. We're seeing the Phobias as well as the Lilia try to push out that mid lane, have a lot of that control and power, and I'm guessing they're going blind in with the Phobias, knowing that Malvinas Gaming is most likely going to be saying, hey, throw that Aldous into the gold lane.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Malvinas gaming, if they do want to fight against the Phobias, they need the Esme, but is that part of their game plan?
Yeah.
Is that part of their game plan?
I was gonna say there's no room for this without that. If they do, then they're gonna skew their draft quite a bit.
Yeah, one of these
Medyo
heroes is
mahirapan
going
yung
to go
Aldous,
to the gold
guys.
lane, but I do feel like it's still possible, but I don't think it's something that they originally planned to use. So right now, Red Cannons, they're kind of forcing Malvinas here. It's like, are you willing?
Let's make the whole world
And it looks like no, but we gotta see Florin. I'm okay with that.
Florin.
A second win for Lafell. He was looking for the Florin
Third
all day,
pick ng
and finally
MVG's
Malvinas
Florin.
obliges.
I like it. I actually really, really like it here. Especially when you have one, you just have a secondary way to kind of make sure this Aldous isn't going to be denied his healing one way or another. And most people are pretty shocked when they see the amount of life spell vamp that he gets just from one punching somebody and having the kill spree to get even more HP and to not be able to deny that is a really powerful tool.
Going into the second phase, I love that Red Canids just acknowledge the fact that, oh wait, Farsa's still out there. Let's take it out. It's dangerous. I could have, again, we mentioned earlier, Farsa should have shown up in the first two picks for Malvinas, but they instead went for this whole, I don't know, global presence plan?
Oh, Ate Becky, naka-live po ako.
Unexpected. If somehow Malvinas gets
Kaya hindi ako naka-attend ng premiere, so magre-replay lang po ako, Ate
over
Becky.
again, and then they can heal over, like, I don't know, a global presence probably a good thing for World Championship, but hey, that's quite a draft.
If the Yusen Shin comes through, then their strategy, you can call it
Salamat
Mikasa
sa
and Sukasa.
support,
We
Ate
live in
Becky.
your base, that's it. Like, we're
Natapos yung
everywhere.
tanong.
Wherever you are, we're coming to get ya. We have one more ban from Malvinas Gaming, and it's going to be Yusen Shin. So they deny it, because it's clear that there's no junglers on either side just yet, but actually, no, Malvinas has two choices for the jungler. So yeah, they know that Red Canids might actually go for the Yusen Shin. Takes it away. What's left for
Shout
Jumpstyle,
out sa kay
we're
Ate
about to find out.
Becky.
Well, there's still the Lancelot. Lancelot is still the...
And Ling.
And Ling. And Nathan as well, if they
bless.
do want to bring that marksman to the jungle.
Or Roger. I mean,
Roger.
there is a lot of options. Some better than others. I think, you know, Roger in this particular situation may not be as fun compared to the others for sure. And I think they don't mind letting Lancelot through mainly because they've got the Phobia so they can instantly look for that punish. Other options, I think they might just not touch the junglers, just ban out something
Nathan.
along the lines of the time or even the
So
Beatrix.
last ban ng ano.
They take it out themselves.
Red is
Actually, you
Nathan.
mentioned the B word, Beatrix. Still out there. I think both teams still have room to play the Beatrix. Malvinas Gaming, they can put the Aldous in the jungle, the Paquito in gold, the Paquito in XP, and then play the Beatrix. And how scary is that? A Beatrix that heals.
Ooh, that's that's a little bit much. But yeah, Florin, again, we've been hearing a lot that Florin is a very, very good pick, especially come mid to late game where it gets very, very annoying. Comboed up with that favor.
She just got buffed too.
She just got buffed. The damage has been nerfed, but the healing has been buffed. And at the end of the day, the healing is what counts.
There we go. It's going to be the Clint lock-in for Malvinas Gaming here, expecting to say no matter what you throw into the gold lane, we should be able to handle it. Which Red could comply and say, you know what, Upa, it's time for you. We could give him the Brody one more time. He managed to break the usual metagame or ease his pain, give him something on like beer. No, instead, give him what he's comfortable with. Let's push this even further.
Yep, TZ's gonna do TZ things. There's the Brody. He's feeling the momentum. Literally, this is just mechanical reliance. He did so well in game, the previous game against Bedell, and now he just has to port that. And now we see jump style lock in the lane. How is this lane gonna interact with the rest of Malvina's lineup? Many times I've seen a lane.
Focus on the clean. And right now, Malvinas, they still haven't shown their mid. Probably gonna take a Kagura unless they have something special hiding up in their sleeves. But yeah, I feel like, I don't know, Kagura is the one that we've seen so far. They could go out of their way and maybe take Valir.
Just to be obnoxious.
Is a good pick, yeah.
Yeah, I think Valir is just absurdly obnoxious in this particular composition because then Ruby isn't going to have as much fun. She walks up, she gets pushed back. Yeah, Ling, same thing. Phobia, same thing. It's just, but now they've got the Lunat, something that scales, and I think I like this plan a lot more compared to Valir because at least now, the early to mid game, it's like, okay, yes, you can't really punish me, but in the super late game, you're depending on that Aldius. Guess what? You have a secondary win condition, even if your Clint is getting focused down in the early game.
Yeah, I'm guessing Harley is looking to just get in your face, like even threaten Upatizi. Upatizi, not gonna get stacks on Lunox that's in light mode, you know, when she turns into the orb. So that being said, these two lineups, they're playing on different axes. They're not gonna want to fight the same fight.
One thing in particular that I kind of want to see is the gold lane. I want to see if Upatizi on his Brody can once again win against the Clint. Then either Brody is, is the predominant winner in
so guys, game
to
tonight
just Upatizi doing easy things.
So magsisimula na ang laban ng Singapore versus Brazil.
The numbers, and I think Clint should win that matchup, but then again, we've been proven wrong once before.
We're gonna find out the answer to that question and a whole lot more as this game unfolds. Welcome to the 7th series of today. This is the best of one between Red Canets and Malvinas Gaming.
So,
we have eyes on the gold lane, we have eyes on the XP lane. We've yet to see what exactly this Phobius on Akashi is gonna do. It takes a while for most Phobiuses to actually ramp up.
Yeah, it
so
does.
bago pa lang kayo sa YouTube channel ko, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to click the notification bell. Salamat, God bless.
To really punish their opponents later on and towards the game, having immense amount of magic damage, and the moment you get the Holy Glaive, oh my goodness, most people are like, yo, that's a lot more damage than you should be doing.
Yeah, ouchie ouch, and then eventually a Durance to kind of stop what Steph is doing with the Florin. I want to talk about the jungle matchup because we just saw earlier, and we're still seeing it now, Quinn is getting his small camps taken away.
Well, I mean, that's the least of their issues, because it's not only the small camps, but it's also, I really wish that they didn't mess with Upatizi's lane, just to see how they would have done, and based on the early level 1, level 2, Iridian, and I think Iridian was struggling. He's level 2 to Upatizi's level 3.
Oh yeah, Upatizi again just doing teasy things.
Max, madadali ata yan, no?
Steph is gonna sacrifice himself to keep Harley alive. Luna takes first blood. That's brought to you by Razor. Up top, another fight breaking out. Tempest Ablaze keeping Quinn down, knocking him up into the air for Akashi to kick right down into the ground. Another one goes over. Luna takes down Sing. Red Canids owning the early game here. They have majority on the first turtle.
I like it. I like it. I'm seeing that the Red Canids are increasing their tempo, increasing their speed, and more importantly, Luna being the engager and a map opener that they need. None of this enchanter support nonsense. He wants to be face first in that fight.
Yep, and here we see a lot of pressure being put on Upatizi. Quinn, though, hesitating. He understands that at 2 minutes, 30 seconds, Aldo's not gonna do much. Not that deep.
That's not the only thing. I mean, Sin, he just walks down, sees, hey, I don't think I can really do much here. All right, I'm just gonna walk away, guys. Cool, nice to see you. You guys have a nice day. I'll do my thing. You do yours. Just
Mukhang
gonna mind my
nahihirapan
own
yung
business for now.
Singapore.
Yep, did not expect that this early on we would see a 3-0. Steph gonna be targeted by the demonic force. A little
Wow.
too deep. One more hit.
Sakit naman ang ano.
Akashi gets it. Prior to this game, we were saying Akashi's got to step up.
Paulus?
Akashi's got to do something. And he's off to a great start. 2-0-1 in 3 minutes. And they're not done. Hold up. There's the black shoes by Frost. He's going to be able to retreat.
Yeah, I love it. So far, it's a 4-0 game, a 2K goal lead at 3 minutes. This is the level we were looking for. And you can see Luna, he was thinking about it, is like, should I flicker for this? Should I go for the big ultimate
Ang
here
ganda ng
to try
rotation
and catch
na
him
ano.
out? But he has to remember, and he knows this for sure, that he's not the focus. It's Upatizi who's the focus.
Upatizi, so far, has acted like such a great lightning rod. Like, he showed us how good he can be on this Brody in the previous game. And now Malvinas is,
Excuse me.
I don't know, are they overplaying that fact? Or are they focusing on him a little too much?
Oh, I think they've kind of warmed down here a little bit. I mean, they had to wait for a couple of games to finish, but now Adrian, he's getting pushed out of this lane, and it does mean that Upatizi is going to get the full energy plate here on top of breaking the entire tower. Like, Red Cannons, this is what we were expecting from them since the very beginning of this day.
Mabilis ang nalaro itong sa Red Cannons.
I can say that this is the Red Cannons, closer to the Red Cannons we expect.
Pag inabot nila kasi sa late game, guys, so mahirapan sila sa late game kasi may Aldous.
He's dead. He's dead. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, Jumpstart, he was trying to make a Quill at this point.
namatay yung
I mean,
Aldous
Quinn
ng
can only
ano?
do so much about it before he had to take the
Malvinas
L.
Gaming.
Write it down.
Write it down as quickly as possible.
He's inked. Jump style. Getting blasted here by Harley. They're threatening his purple. But Upatizi taking down Adrian. Malvinas Gaming not at home in their own jungle.
Oh,
it's so early in the game and they're already threatening to seal on the purple. Here comes Quinn. He's very low on stacks.
Oh,
what?
He got it!
Oh, jump style like a thief in the night.
I'm just shocked. There was a moment of a breath of silence, like, let's, everybody, moment of silence here. Let's look at this purple buff for a quick short second before one of us gets it. I don't know what the hesitation from either side was, but, oh man, that is some nerve-wracking stuff.
And it's so clean too, like, Red Cannons opened up top lane, and that allowed Akashi to get a few hits in before the turret shields went down. And then Upatizi pushed down bottom. And you're right, I don't think it's just Upatizi, it's not just the right hero for the right time, it's just Upatizi took time to heat up, and now he's playing better than ever.
Yeah, I mean, the warm-up, he took a while to warm up, but they're looking better than ever. And
Hello.